Hi, this is Lisa from the Northwest Room, and today I wanted to show you how to access our digital collections online and how to better use them. The way that you're going to find those is going into our website, epls.org, and in the menu bar here, you find Northwest History and Digital Collections. And we've broken these down into a few different food groups. If you don't have an idea what you're looking for and you just kind of want to browse, we have our photographer collections that are related to specific studios that were active in the area. There are places which are tied, as it sounds, to places. Um, Things that have to do with specific people's history, we've broken into those categories. If we have things that are event-based, like the Everett Massacre or the family photos, those are going to be in here. And we also have a small collection of reference resources that we've scanned and put in our digital collections online. So I'm going to go to one of our most commonly used collections, which is the Everett Massacre collection. Each of these different collections are going to have a similar landing page. So for Everett Massacre, you have an essay that was written to introduce the collection, which is a great read. There's some very good resources here compiled by my predecessors, David Dilgard, Margaret Riddle, and also Mindy Van Wingen, who's still here, and also myself. We put together these little articles to introduce the images. And then at the top of each of these essays, you're going to have either the collection to go browse, or you can search within the collection. So we're going to go for the browse. This takes us to Content Diem, which is our digital image database, which is not officially part of our website. So that's why there's these little portals that you have to go through. If you're somebody who you think is going to be kind of a power user and using this quite a lot, I would highly recommend bookmarking Content DM rather than going through the website if you don't want to go through all the intros and stuff. And that URL is nw.epls.org /digital/. And that'll get you to all the different collections on actual Content DM. Let's go back over into the Everett Massacre tab that I've got here. You hit browse. There are a couple different things that you can do to make this a little bit easier to work with. I like to really bump up the results per page just so I'm not toggling through several different pages. These collections tend to be a little bit large. And then you scroll. These are, it looks like, starts with sheet music and then you get into the imagery. And then if you go into an individual photo, say you're at home and you're thinking, well, I'd really like to use this image for a book I'm writing, or I want to get a copy of this to print up on the wall. If you want to have access to a higher resolution copy of that image, you would take this URL up top, the thing that I've just highlighted in blue, and then also the title of the image. Send those to an email to me, and I'm going to give you my email address at the end of this video, and I would work with you to get you the higher resolution copy of those images. Then below the image, you have a little bit of description of what you're seeing. So you have the title, you have the date, which this one was supposedly around 1915. It was taken by John Julien, who, if you'll see in our photographers collections, we have his studio collection. It's quite large, and there's some beautiful images in there. And then there's some subject tags and some notes that were provided at the time of this record's creation. You also have information at the bottom, and this is really important if you're somebody who's writing a book or looking to use an image for a documentary or something. You can see the rights and permissions. If it says ownership of Everett Public Library, that's something that we can right away give you access to, and you can use that. We always ask you that you cite us as courtesy of Everett Public Library and whatever you use our images for. But if it says something else, for example, Everett Community College or Everett Herald, we're going to have to work with you to get you to the right people to get permission to use that image before we can release it to you. So that's just how to use the browse feature. Now, if you wanted to search within the collection, you have a couple different options. I've gone over to the home page for Content DM. There's the basic search box up at the top that would work kind of like Google. I'm going to put in mill because I know we have a ton of things that talk about mills. And you have some options on the side here now to limit things. If you get to use this collection a bit more, you'll become more familiar with what may or may not have what you're looking for. So for example, if you're looking for older pictures of the mills, Everett High School in the Cyca probably isn't going to be of much interest to you unless you want to see mills that might have been advertising. Neil House would probably not be something you're looking for unless you want a mill photo from the 70s, because those photos are from the city photographer from the 1970s. So using these limiters really kind of helps you dial down what you're looking for. Yeah, so that's the real basic on how to get into these collections and how to start searching within them. One thing that I would also recommend is if you're searching and you want to change to a different collection, go back into the main view here. so that you make sure you're searching all collections again. If you've gotten kind of down a rabbit hole and you're in the Everett Herald and you decide that, you want to search for something else again in all the collections, if you put something up in that box, it's just going to search Everett Herald. So you need to make sure that you're either selecting all collections again here or you're going back to the home page. So that's a good rule of thumb to keep in mind. So if you do want to reach out and you have any questions, you can reach me at libnw@everettwa.gov, and have a good day.